that arm and her running ability out there.
Yes, Macy is incredibly fast, and you can see that when she runs track in the spring. We see her a lot on the track page, for all of those awards. But yeah, we utilize her for her speed. That's the main reason why she's out there.
4-2. Now, last night you had Stoutland here, didn't you?
Yes, and we beat them. It was kind of a rocky start for us, but once we got going, we had some really good at-bats, and we had lots of hits.
Now, tonight, who are you playing tonight?
We're playing Lakeway.
And how's that going to go, do you think? I mean, do you have an idea?
Yeah, I think it'll be very similar to Stoutland, who we played last night. They did beat Stoutland 3-2, and so we'll have to bring a little bit better of our game to beat them, but looking forward to it.
Competitive week this week?
Yeah, we've got some teams that we can definitely compete and we should beat. Hopefully, we've got Eldon coming up Thursday, and that's always a big game for the Eldon Osage group.
Coach Maddie, she's kind of tough.
Yes, I had to play against her when I was in high school, so we've known each other for a while.
All right, now we're back to you. What is your favorite subject in school?
Oh gosh, probably science.
And why is it science?
My teacher is actually also my track coach, so I just have a good bond with her, and she's a good teacher, so it's nice.
Okay, if we were looking in your iPad or your music device, what kind of music would you like?
Country Christian is my main category, I'd say. It depends on what I'm doing, but...
What do you want to do after high school?
4-year college is the plan. Not really.
Do you have a college in mind?
Not really. We're kind of open to anything right now, but we'll see. My sister goes to OTC, so I might follow.
Okay.
And that if nothing else works out.
I've already asked Coach Dickerson this question, but the esprit de corps, in other words, the mood amongst the club, how is it?
Yeah. Like the...
In other words, do you get along with the other girls? And is there a community, we're all in it together?
I'd say there definitely is. Drama is pretty much non-existent on this team. Last year we were really building, and we didn't so much have the softball ability, but we had a lot of teamwork, and we worked well together, and we had a really good community and environment, and that we kind of carried that over into this year. So now we're working on building up the fundamental and the skill level. So
when she said drama was non-existent, I kind of wanted to go, what?
Yeah, it's fantastic. We have a great group of girls, and I think we just kind of work on building team atmosphere, team camaraderie, and all of that good stuff here. And honestly, I can't ask for a better group of girls. They're fantastic.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
And Coach, we'll catch you next week.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Well, we're here once again on the campus of the high school with Tyler Dinsdale, and he's the coach of the softball team. How you doing today, Tyler?
Doing pretty good. Yourself?
All right. Last time we talked, you had 8 wins. Where we stand now?
We're 11-4 now.
Okay, what happened? Obviously, you played a lot more games.
Yeah, we played a lot more games. We kind of got a little bit of an injury bug working right now. Ran into some really high-quality teams in this last tournament, so just kind of hitting the middle of our season, and that's kind of what's trying to get healthy and moving forward. So,
there's nothing wrong, though, with a loss. If I hate to say good loss, but you can learn a lot and develop as a team when you meet some other tough teams and take a loss.
Oh, yeah. We knew we weren't going to win every game this year. Kind of actually took a little bit off our plate by losing that first game. Like you said, we got a lot of stuff from it. We're not able to do as many practices as we normally would like to be doing right now because we're playing the games. So we're getting that in-game experience, getting a lot from losses. What do we need to work on? We always know there's stuff we can improve on. So just actually seeing that on the field, hey, this needs to be improved. We need to be this different. That's kind of what we're working on right now.
I think last week we were talking, you were going to be a little bit over 30 games this season. So 11-4, that's 15. You're nearing that halfway point.
Yeah, we'll for sure by Saturday, be over halfway of our season. We've got a game tomorrow, and we've got 5 on Friday and Saturday. So I think that'll put us at 21 to 34 games. So we'll have 14 after that because we've got one that we rescheduled. We got rained out yesterday. So kind of give us a good idea where we're at this weekend. We've got some really, really good competition this weekend. We'd add another tournament that we're playing against some really good top 5, Class 5 schools. So kind of interested in seeing how that goes out, especially with the injury bug that we've gotten, see which girls are going to rise up and take over some roles that were needing to be filled.
Okay, you mentioned the injury bug. Are we talking like broken ankle type stuff or sprained ankles or?
No, just shoulder inflammation, stuff like that, stuff that's only going to be, it's nothing season or career ending type deal, but maybe about 2.5, 3 weeks, kind of get us back, put us right back, perfect time for districts too. So things are still, our goals are still the same. So.
How did they take the loss? Because when I talked to a couple of the players that we've had on Player Profile, we'll get to that in a little bit, they were like, man, we can take it, we can do it. And when they have a loss, sometimes it's a gut punch, but other times they adjust fairly well.
Yeah, I would say it was a humbling experience. We lost to a St. Elizabeth team who's right now is 11-1. That was our first loss of the year. So for them, for the girls, I don't want to really say it was an eye-opener, but we knew they were a high-quality team, and we knew that we had to play as well as we can for entire 7 innings. And I think they kind of got a little different perspective. It's easy when we go out and we win, 17-0, 20-0 when we're scoring a lot of runs and stuff like that. But on those close games, we're really kind of seeing the character of the girls come out, and right now we're trying to figure out where we're going to be going forward. So
it's the reality of, hey, we are mortal.
Yes, correct. Yeah, correct. Which is a good thing to have. I mean,
Yeah.
They need to know, and we've had this last year. We went through this at the same time. Lost to a team last year that we probably shouldn't have lost to, but it just goes to show that any team out there can get beat by any team at any time.
Okay, we're at the middle of September, and the season really is going to be wrapping up around the first part of October, isn't it?
Yeah, second weekend in October is when we start our district play. So.
Okay, now, do you know how that's going to lay out yet, or do you have to wait until it really is upon you?
We'll probably find out the week before. I know who's in our district, and I know who the possibilities are, and I know kind of what their rankings are right now. So I've got an idea how it'll play out, or how it'll look whenever we start the seed.
Okay.
But we're not going to know that until probably the week before.
Well, we're going to be with you the whole time, and we've started with you at the beginning of the season. Player profile tonight, who are we going to talk to?
Anna Lucas. She's done a really good job pitching for us and hitting. She's started off a little slow at the plate, but has been on fire the last 5 or 6 games. And as far as pitching goes, she's kept us in a lot of really big games. So she's done really well, and we're super proud of how she's performed.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
We're on the campus of Camdenton High School, and it's a softball field right over here, but this side, we've got Anna Lucas. How you doing, Anna?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, excellent. Welcome to Player Profile.
I'm happy to be here.
Okay, what position does Anna Lucas play?
I'm a pitcher first baseman.
Okay, between the two, which one do you like better?
It depends on the day and what's going well for me. So
I hear that your pitching has helped the club at some key crucial times.
With Caden being out, I've had to step up. I've had no other choice. So, I guess, yeah.
The record is now 11-4, and you're just about halfway through this season. So there's a lot of evaluating going on here. Okay, what do we have to do in the second half of the season versus the first half? What does Anna have to do?
I have to step up and be a leader. I have to keep getting hits and throwing the ball well. I just have to keep doing what I've been doing.
We've talked to some sluggers on this team, and this team is known for really doing the hits. What's your average?
524 right now.
Wow, it's amazing. This club really can hit.
Yeah, it's definitely one of our strengths. So,
How much fun is this club having?
we have a lot of fun. The team chemistry is really, really good this year. We're all friends, even off the softball field. So we all get along really well, and we all have a lot of fun, even at practice and at games. So we really like each other.
It was a week ago. You were 8-0, and now you're 11-4. So after that first loss, you kind of have to dig down because you realize you're mortal at that point. You can lose.
Yeah. It's all about perseverance. You just got to keep going,
What's your favorite subject in school? The kids told you I was going to ask you that.
I've watched the rest of the interviews, so I kind of knew it was coming. I would have to say science.
And why science?
Well, I want to be a neuroscience professor whenever I get older, and so science is always something that's really interested me.
You know, if you get to that level, you could almost be a physician, couldn't you?
I want to get my PhD and be a professor and researcher, so that's really what I want to do.
So that's where your headspace is going toward, is the really the research part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, we looked on your music device. What is it that gets you going?
I'm a big classic rock girly. I like Fleetwood Mac and the Rolling Stones, but I'm also really partial to like Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo, so it's kind of mixed.
Yeah, Taylor Swift, and she had that big award last night. Did you see what happened when she was on the award stage with the guys?
NSYNC's getting back together. I saw that.
Yeah.
And they announced that when she was getting her award, so.
Yeah, she was like, it's like, oh, wow, look at what's happening here.
Yeah, I really like her. She got like 9 awards last night. I watched all of it. So yeah.
What does Anna want to do after high school? Outside of going to college?
Yeah. Well, my dream school is Drury because they have a neuroscience program and then they also have a really good softball program. So I want to go there, play college softball, major in neuroscience, and then get my PhD in neuroscience. So.
Would you even like to maybe coach softball sometime?
Yes, I would like to coach softball. I'm not sure how much time I would have to do it, but I love working with kids, and I give some pitching lessons in my spare time. So yeah, it's really fun to work with them.
What's the best opponent that you've gone up against? And it might have been the toughest one. It might have even been the one that you lost to.
Like this season or last season?
This season.
This season, it's definitely was St. Elizabeth. They're a really good team, and especially because they're a Class 1, which means they're a small school, but they've got a lot of really talented girls that I play in travel ball. But they were a tough team.
And you know Lebanon is always the perennial tough guys.
Yeah, we never really worry about them. But yeah.
Should we let Lebanon know that?
I mean, they already know.
Okay.
I mean,
I think your teammates really did you like that, girls? A round of applause.
they are technically our school's rival, but we really view our rival to be Kickapoo. They're the other big conference contender. We go head-to-head with them pretty much every year, and they're really who we have to worry about when we're worrying about the Ozark Conference. So,
Well, thanks for sharing with us.
yeah, happy to be here.
All right, we'll be back. We're here on the campus of the high school over at Camdenton with the Lakers. We've got Coach Austin Walker here with us. How you doing, Coach?
I'm great. How are you?
All right. Hey, what has happened as far as the win-losses since we talked last week?
We went to Rolla last night, so opened the Ozark Conference, and we won in 3. We went to the Hillcrest tournament this weekend, beat Joplin, beat Willard, lost to Lebanon in close sets, fell in the semifinals to Webb City, who ended up winning the tournament in 3. And then just couldn't recoup. Dropped a tough match, a close match to Branson in 3rd place. So finished 4th there.
Lebanon, they're just down the street by about 20 miles, but that's that rivalry.
It's our rivalry, and they've got a good squad. They've got a bunch of kids, some big heavy hitters, some defenders that are pretty good, So it's always a battle when we go play them in a grudge match, and it was like 28-26, super close sets. So excited to get an opportunity to play them again, later in this season.
Okay, I was talking with Coach Dinsdale about the softball, and they're almost halfway through their season. How about you?
Yeah, we just started conference play, but when you start conference play quickly, you get through it, and it goes fast. And we have 3 match weeks coming up and everything, so you've got to be on your A game every game in the Ozark Conference, no matter what opponents across the net, got to be ready to play.
So, how many games do you think you have down now, and how many do you have to go? I mean, are you looking like a 30 game?
We're looking at about 30 matches, and we're 11 in. So, but like I said, they go fast. And opening Ozark Conference play last night in Rowlett had a really good showing last night. Our kids looked super confident, put a new lineup out there. Dot Krulotz got her varsity debut, and she did a really good job. Bella Santo went back to a 5-1 offense,
Okay.
her hands on the ball. She played great, and, so I was happy to see our kids perform like that.
Any injuries on the squad so far?
No injuries. No, knock on
and you're
wood.
probably saying,
Yeah, knock on wood. No injuries. Everybody's healthy right now. So,
What's the attitude of the club?
Really good. You know, our kids were excited to get in the win column last night. You know, we worked hard for that, kind of just keeping the culture up, building those foundation of, you know, that mental mindset, shifting that to the winning mindset and kind of just building from there.
Yeah, because when you start the conference play, then it all starts ticking off, okay, and then it goes toward the seeding when
for
you get the
districts.
playoffs.
Yep, absolutely. So we've already played Cap City and Helias here in our district, and Rolla is actually in our district too. We got a win there last night. So West Plains is in our district. We'll see them. We don't get to play Marshfield.
Now, is West Plains away or here?
We're at West Plains next Tuesday. Jeff City's in there. We go to Jeff City, so we go to both, you know, home places, but looking to go on the road and get a win for both of those.
Yeah. Now you play Osage, and Osage, it's always interesting because you watch down there. You got the maroon on one side, you got the lavender or the purple on the other side. Now, is that you played them twice or just once?
We just played them one time. Always a hard match for us because you're expected to win. You know, but if we lose and it's like, you know, so it's kind of a no-win for us in that situation. But always fun to go play somebody local and get to see some of those kids that we see every day.
And it's nice for the local people because they can actually follow both teams at the same time.
Absolutely. It'll be a great match this year.
Okay, player profile. Who are we going to talk to tonight?
We're going to talk to Caitlin Garmany this week. Caitlin Garmany is our senior libero, so she gets to wear that fancy uniform. But man,
and she is the diva.
She is our diva. We call her. She's meticulous about everything. But man, she has had a great last week, keeping us in consistent plays. Her serve receives good. She's been a great vocal leader for our kids. Just a sense of calm when we needed it the most. Last night, she led us in digs, keeping balls off the floor, putting us in systems so our middles can run. So Caitlin has done a phenomenal job for us.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to catch up with you next week, and this is fun to kind of follow you through the season.
Absolutely, yes. Thank you so much.
All right, we're going to take a time out. We'll be back. We're on the campus of Camdenton High School. This is the gymnasium and the volleyball team. Caitlin Garmany is with us. How you doing, Caitlin?
I'm doing good. How about you?
All right. Boy, your team's starting to really pick it up here, and you're not halfway through the season.
Yeah, we really are. We just won a game against Rolla last night. About to hit Parkview tomorrow night here, so it should be a good game.
So what do you think, maybe about 25 to 30% through the season so far?
Yeah, about there. We have like 5 more weeks-ish till districts start.
Okay, so last night that was like a district opponent, wasn't it?
I believe so, yes. Yeah.
What position do you play?
I'm the libero for the varsity team.
All right, now I understand, I've talked to your coach about this, and the libero gets to wear different colored outfits during the game, so, they're actually matches and all. And sometimes they're known as the diva of the squad, and I've heard that you sometimes can be the diva.
Yeah, I do try to take control of the back row, just because I'm in there majority of the time, other than when the middles are serving. So I kind of try to take the role of like making sure everything's like on it, you know?
So if everybody's wearing maroon on the top, do you just flip it and do white, or do you actually maybe change it up a little bit, maybe wear a pink or a green or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, we have different colored jerseys as a libero. We have neon yellow. They're mostly school colors, neon yellow, purple, white, pink, and then we just got silver the other day, so I'm excited for that.
Ah, that's super.
Yeah.
What is the most fun about playing volleyball? Let's start this way. When did you first get started in it?
I'm kind of late to starting compared to the other girls. I started in middle school, so 7th grade, and I've played ever since then, and then some club as well in between seasons.
Okay, what grade are you in school?
I'm in 12th grade, senior.
Okay, what do you want to do after school?
I want to be a teacher and possibly a coach, depending on where the cards end up.
Are you talking elementary or middle school or high school?
As a teacher, I'm thinking like upper, like middle school, high school level, and then